Hey Floss Tube, it's Diane, the Hot Mess Princess. We are trying to record this video on a different device. So normally I record it on my cell phone, but I have all kinds of issues all the time with it. So I'm trying this on my Microsoft Surface. So we'll see if it works. To me, the lighting I look a little blue. So let me know what you think. So I've been trying to do another FlossTube video for a while now, but as you can imagine, coronavirus is making my life a very difficult thing. I'm working from home. I'm working a ton of hours because I have to communicate a lot about, well, let's not get into that. Let's just say I'm very busy, but I'm also trapped in my house like many of you. So let's talk about something else, okay? Let's talk about stitching. So today we are going to talk about, I have two finishes. Sorry. And by the way, I wash my hands all the time and I am totally sequestered in my house. So if I touch my face, I apologize. I know I'm touching my face, but literally Hot Mess Hubby is the only person that I come in contact with. And, you know, we're not even hugging right now. It's really hard for me. So anyway, I have two finishes. I have many works in progress to talk about. It's a total whip parade today. And then I have a shitload of haul. Okay. Sorry for the language. A shitload of haul. So we're going to talk about all of that. But the first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to do another video, hopefully in the next week, to tell you about the trip that I took on Valentine's Day weekend. Before the world lost control of itself, I went to London for the weekend, specifically for the purpose of taking a class at the Royal School of Needlework that had everything to do with this, as my husband calls it, piece of fabric called the Bacton altar cloth. And it has recently been authenticated as a piece of a dress that was worn by Elizabeth I. And so the Royal School of Needlework they taught a class in historic embroidery based on this altar cloth, and it included private admission to the exhibition and a talk by the curator of historical dress for historic royal palaces. And I got to go. So that is a whole FlossTube video on its own. And I realize some of you just aren't interested in that kind of thing. So I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But I will do a special FlossTube totally to talk about that trip. So those of you who are interested can see it. And those of you who are not, don't have to worry about it. And then 2 weeks after that, I went to Amsterdam. Oh my gosh, so fun. It was absolutely, really an amazing city. I've never been to Amsterdam before. It was really, really fun. And of course, I found a needlework store. So there's something in haul from Amsterdam. So anyway, we'll do haul at the end. We're going to do finishes first. Then we're going to do the whip parade. Then we're going to do haul. Okay, so let's get started with finishes. The first thing, this is, oh gosh, I don't have the pattern because why would I be prepared? This is Cake Menu, I think by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's either Little House Needleworks or Country Cottage Needleworks, but it's Cake Menu. And I did a bit of a Priscilla and Chelsea. Everything's backwards, isn't it? Can you see? I don't know. Is the Cake Menu backwards? Somebody let me know in the comments, please. Anyway, Cake Menu, woo! And I just thought it was cute. Yeah, I just thought it was cute. So I'm actually, I keep it in my teacup cabinet, which is right there. But I'm going to drag it out for tea parties and use it as part of the, you know, table fabulousness at tea parties. So that's the one finish. And then the other finish I have, I'm actually still putting beads on it. So is that a finish? I don't know. I'm proud of it, so I'm going to call it a finish. This is Rainbow Mandala by Shannon Christine Designs, and you can find her online. She has downloadable PDFs if you don't have a local needlework shop. Still putting the beads on it. Driving me crazy. But those are my two finishes. And I'm really not sure because seriously, everything looks blue to me in this video. But if you follow me on Instagram, or if you are part of my Facebook fan page for my blog, you've probably seen pictures of this, and it absolutely, I love the colors. They cheer me up, and especially, that's especially important right now. So, anyway, those are my finishes. Yay. Let's go to the whip parade. Ready? Okay, so the first thing, and this is not up to date. Before we get to the cross stitch, I want to talk about my threaded journal, because I don't think I shared this in my last video, but in a threaded journal, I've read about this like for a couple of years, and I've always wanted to do it, and I never realized at the new year that, oh yeah, I should do that. So this year I just happened to see a post by somebody, and I jumped on it. So literally, you take an embroidery hoop, you just put some cotton calico fabric in there, and I have a backing fabric, so there's actually 2 pieces of fabric in this hoop. But you divide it into, oh, my Amazon order's here. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Amazon Fresh, and I didn't want anyone looting the ground beef off my front porch. So, okay. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, no, Dyson, go, move, buddy, go on. No, go, move. Dyson. Dog is. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying. I don't remember. So anyway, let's talk about whips. Okay, so I belong to 2 needlework guilds. I belong to the Embroiderers Guild of America and the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild. So as a new member of the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild, I have to stitch a name tag, and there's no picture of what it should look like. There's just the pattern. Whoa, hey, what's going on here? Oh, okay. So anyway, I'm just stitching my name tag. This is my first work in progress. Whoa. So there's that. Having fun with that. And then, okay. I washed my hands, by the way. Okay, so I am doing was doing a stitch along by Stitching Book Club. I was so excited. Their first stitch along and read along was Pride and Prejudice, which I love, one of my favorite stories. And the other day, I don't remember, it was a while ago, somebody was talking about it, and I remember, I thought, where the hell is that project? I don't even remember what I did with it. I don't remember if I started it. Where the hell is it? So anyway, one of the nice side effects of working from home is when I take a break, I can go straight in a room for 10 minutes and go back to my work. And you can't do that when you work in an office building somewhere else, right? So as we go along with this, I'm tidying up my house a lot. It looks pretty fabulous. So anyway, I found it the other day. It was in a tote bag shoved under my guest room bed. Don't ask me why. I have no freaking idea why. But anyway, so, and this is just part 1 of it. The stitch along is over. It's been completely done. But I only ever printed out the first part, and then I never went and printed the second part because I apparently didn't realize I had shoved it under the guest room bed. So this is what the first part looks like. I have a kitten walking around here right now. Oh, yeah. So, and then this is the project, and I love the colors. They're so pretty. So anyway, super happy with that. By the way, on my finish, did you notice my kick-ass needle minder? Hold on. I kind of love that. So Anyway, okay, so next one, also a stitch along, and this is a stitch along from hosted by my local needlework shop, the Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas. And I love everybody at the Stitch Niche, and I told them that it didn't matter what they chose for their first stitch along. It could have been an ugly monkey, and I totally would have done it. I absolutely love this shop so much. It's my favorite, and I feel very, very grateful to have a local needlework shop. So we are stitching May Health and Peace Attend Your Days. And what I didn't expect is all the little bonuses that we have gotten being part of this stitch along. At the first meeting, we all got this kick-ass awesome needle with like a little ball tip at the end that just sort of finds the hole in the fabric for you. I had no idea there was such a thing. It's amazing. So that was the first giveaway. And then the giveaway we got at the last one was a needle minder with our initial on it on a Scrabble tile. Right there. And then this is that's how far I've gotten. Not very far, but it is really a fun stitch, but it's extremely tiny. It's on 40 count. 40! And I really need my magnifying light in order to stitch it. So, yeah. So there's that. And then another stitch along, the next stitch along by Stitching Book Club on Instagram. You'll find them as Stitching Book Club. Is the Three Musketeers. And I have to say, I think maybe I chose a translation that isn't fun because Garrett, Coffee Stitcher, he was having the best time reading it, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy goes on for 3 freaking pages about a horse. I don't give a shit. Just get to the point, you know? So I think I kind of, well, yeah, I should give it another shot, I think. But anyway, this is the first part of the pattern. And it's stitched on Aida. I'm not a fan of Aida. I hate Aida. But I do love this color. And I'm stitching it in hand because Aida doesn't really cooperate with Q-snaps. But I love this color, so I decided to go with the Aida. And I'm not unhappy with it. I rather like it. Once I get over the bitterness of, you know, I just don't, the holes are too big. They're too obvious for me. Okay, so then on my way to Amsterdam, I needed something to stitch. And I could no longer take Rainbow Mandala with me because it got too big. And it was, you know, it's on white. I didn't want to get it dirty and stuff. So I chose Simplicity by Little House Needleworks. And I did okay. Not a lot of stitching, but there was a lot to do. I got upgraded both ways. I got business class, the fully lie flat seats with the comforter and the big fluffy pillow, and it was lovely. So yeah, that was awesome. So anyway, that's that. And then this just cheers me up and makes me happy. Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. I don't know which way this goes. I don't have much done, but I like it. It's cute. It's a cute bunny. Okay, so this is one I've stitched. I've already stitched it. I have it up here on the wall, but a friend of mine who is very, very sweet let me stay at her house once when I went to London. Not this last time, but I don't know, like a year or so ago. And she threw a fit over how cute this piece is. And so I knew instantly I had to stitch it for her because, you know, she's a good pal. So anyway, afternoon in London. I'm coming along. I miss you, London. You know, my husband gives me a hard time all the time because I love London so much, but first place I'm going when coronavirus pisses off. Well, first international destination I'm going when coronavirus pisses off. London, I miss it. I need to see it. So, okay. And then this is got some very sentimental and, you know, it speaks to my heart. This is Sleepy Hollow by the Cricket Collection. Now, I am not stitching it in the 3 pieces. I'm stitching it all one piece because I can't finish like that. I'm not putting that kind of pressure on myself. I'm not going to do it. So, anyway. I love him so much. I have a thing for Sleepy Hollow. I've been to Sleepy Hollow. Actually, the first stitch that I put in this, I was standing on Headless Horseman Bridge in Sleepy Hollow. I love the story. It's such a happy part of my childhood. That Disney movie, The Adventures of Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad, I think it was called. I love that story. So anyway, there's that. Should we get to haul? Let's talk about haul because I have a crap load of haul. Okay, so first thing, we'll talk about haul from Fat Quarter Shop. In fact, I'm doing one of their stitch alongs. I'm doing the, oh my gosh, what's it called? The one with all the cute houses. Now I can't remember. I am doing that stitch along, but I didn't share that as part of the whip parade because I don't like what I'm doing and I'm going to change it. So I'll talk about that later. So anyway, I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop. You guys know I have a thing about unicorns. I love them. They're absolutely ridiculous and awesome. So, unicorn scissors. They're iridescent. Love those. And this was just too cool not to try out, and I'm actually really liking it. It is a clamp that goes on your frame, on your like floor stand, but it's got this clippy for a chart. How cool is that? And this, look, moves all over the place. I love this thing. It was like $5 or something. It wasn't very expensive. And then I got this kitted flag of stars. All the fibers and the fabric and everything. I love a good patriotic stitch. So yeah, that's for me. And then when I was in London, of course, I was there for a class at the Royal School of Needlework. So this is the class kit. We stitched the Tudor Rose. And if you're interested in why we stitched that and what's it all about, then watch for my video about the Bacton altar cloth or the lost dress of Elizabeth I, because I'll talk all about that and I'll open the kit and show you all that jazz. But the Royal School of Needlework also has a shop at Hampton Court Palace. Their classrooms and their headquarters are inside Hampton Court Palace, which is pretty awesome because that was Henry VIII's favorite palace, and it's still standing. I love that they don't tear their history down in England. So anyway, they have a little shop, the Royal School, and they just had come out with this book, and I wanted it. It's going to be ages before I ever attempt anything in this book, but I had to have it. Embroidered boxes. Look at how pretty that is. It's so pretty. And I mean, okay, where's the one? Yeah. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm probably never, ever, ever going to be good enough to do this, but look at that. Crazy. So I had to get that. Okay. All right. And then you know what else I haven't talked about since my last video is, of course, Market Day happened. So there's just all kinds of stuff in here. So, okay, before we get to the Market Day stuff, though, part of, we're having a lot of giveaways at Tudor Rose Sampler Guild here in Dallas, Fort Worth, because it's the 20th anniversary of the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild, and I just happened to join in the 20th anniversary year, which is awesome. So they're doing a giveaway at every meeting. And the first giveaway was this pattern that was made especially for the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild by Janine McGowan of the Blue Flower. And then she actually made 2 designs. So at the last meeting, we got this one. So that's pretty awesome. Sorry. And then in Amsterdam, it's a beautiful city. I wish that I had been able to stay a little bit longer. I was there for work, so most of my days were spent working. And then I was there alone. I didn't have Hot Mess hubby with me. I did go out into the city with friends from work a couple of times, and I kind of ventured around myself as well a little bit. Went to see some windmills. This place, I swear, it was so, I mean, you got out of the car. I took an Uber to get there. Got out of the car, and the smell of waffles and chocolate was so heavy in the air. I think I got diabetes just opening the car door. It was amazing. So it was fun to just walk around and take pictures of windmills and, you know, see all the pretty things. But I really missed my husband because I didn't really have anybody to share it with. That might sound kind of lame, but that's just how I am. So anyway, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm in the city for work, and I had like 20 minutes before this dinner that I had to go to, and there was a needlework store walking distance. So I hoofed it down the canals to go and find this needlework store, and I found it. I got in the door 5 minutes before they closed, and they have a lot of yarn and stuff for knitters, but they had cross-stitch things. And I thought this was perfect because Van Gogh was a Dutch artist, and this is my favorite Van Gogh painting, Starry Night. And it's a kit. It's the pillow. It's, look, I know, more Ada that I hate, but it's fully covered, so you're never going to see the Ada. But it's perfect. A perfect souvenir of my lovely trip to Amsterdam. And I do want to go back and visit when I have more time. So, okay. Let's pull all this jazz out. This is Market Haul. Don't even... This was a fun day. This was such a fun day. Okay. So, Holly St. Nick. I'm just going to go through them. Okay. Holly St. Nick by Hands On Design. The Santa Key by Hands On Design. After the Roses by Ink Circles. This is going to be so pretty. Elemental Dragons Earth by Ink Circles. And I'm thinking of course, hand-dyed linen, but I'm thinking maybe some sort of shimmery something for the dragons, if that doesn't drive me insane. And then The Queen That Was by Ink Circles. I love everything about this. Kind of edgy and cool. Okay, Sweetheart Hill by Plum Street Samplers. A Shepherd's Song by Plum Street Samplers. Struttin' by Teresa Kogut. I just thought Santa's little walk was really cute. Memorial Day by Hands On Design. Summer Squirrel by The Blue Flower. I love squirrels. Okay, so when I walked into the Stitch Niche, one of the owners, Sweet Kim, says, "Oh my God, Diane, I have to show you this. It's not on your list, but you have to have it." And she was right. I had to have it. Sorry, but Finn is a bit of an asshole. But I love him. He's a very sweet boy, but yeah, he's tacky. Spring Has Sprung by Plum Street Samplers. This is cool. This is Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims. It's a book of 15 different cross-stitch charts. And I can't open it up and show you the rest because, of course, we can't show patterns. No patterns on the internet. Respect those artists. You guys will understand. This is also perfect. This is another one Kim shoved in front of my face as soon as I walked in the door, and she was right. She's always watching out for me. Perfect! It was perfect. This I just thought was, oh, this wasn't on my list. I was sitting talking to a friend, waiting, you know, for whatever, and I saw it and I'm like, oh shit, I have to have that. I don't know if you heard that, but that Finn is napping over here and he makes yummy cozy noises when he stretches. That was really cute. Anyway, this is called Savor Every Stitch, designed by Misty Purcell for Luminous Fiber Arts. So cheerful. This is another one that was not on my list, but I had to buy it. The Witch's Spell by Autumn Lane. It reminds me, well, everybody else will say it reminds them of Wicked, which I never saw. Sorry. I never saw it. I don't like to cry anymore. I want to be dead inside, and anything I think is going to make me cry, I'm like, nah, I don't want to see it. So anyway, this reminds me of Maleficent, actually, from Disney's animated Sleeping Beauty. And I love it because I love her. She's my favorite evil queen, right? But it also made me laugh when I saw it because as a former Disney cast member, I can tell you, we used to call Maleficent Masyphilis. So it just makes me laugh. Okay, Teresa Kogut, Heaven and Nature. Cute. Teresa Kogut, Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. When am I ever going to get all of this done? I don't know. I'm ambitious. Oops. Okay, The Scarlet House, Seeking Refuge. And I love this verse. It says, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul. Seeking refuge with needle and thread, the angst and anxiety no longer I dread. Oh, I need to just freaking stitch this right now. Seriously, I love that because, as you know, needlework is my therapy. So this is called A Visit from Spot by Kathy Barrick, and I just think it's just the most freaking adorable thing. I love it. And then, of course, Little House Needleworks Kringles. That's so cute. Is that it? I finally got everything? I did. Yay. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, no, I didn't get everything. I went on a bit of a binge with Mad for Minders. Oh, and I forgot one thing. At the Royal School of Needlework, they had this in a glass case, and I had to buy it. It's a needle minder. Gonna focus. And I love it. It was just a Celtic circle. So, okay, so I went on a bit of a needle minder binge from Mad for Minders on Etsy. There's a little Jane Austen. It says, my good opinion once lost is lost forever. And that's certainly true about me. Sorry. And then I saw this. Ow. Give me that. I'm all wobbly. I have a cart that this is on, and it's metal, so I stick all my needle minders on the side of it. Tudor Rose, for obvious reasons. And speaking of Maleficent, I love coffee. I love Maleficent. It's a win-win. This is just because they're delicious. It's a taco. These are all Mad for Minders. And then, in honor of Sweet Finn, Black Cat. And then also, I'm reading Betsy Ross's biography right now. And learning about what a kick-ass American she was. Kick-ass businesswoman, thank you very much. So I got this. Betsy chatting with George Washington, her BFF. I thought that would be cool. So, okay. Yep, that's it. That's all I've got. If you want to know about the Backton Altar Cloth class, the Royal School of Needlework, I'll share more pictures with you. This is the project. We'll talk more about that too. I learned so much. It was really fun. But that's it. Yeah. Thanks everybody for checking in, and just hang in there. Okay. This isn't going to last forever, but please, if you can, stay home and stay safe, and just be so careful. This virus is nothing to mess with. And if you are an essential employee like my husband is, thank you for doing everything that you're doing. And, let's just all pray that this is over with soon. Okay? All right. Be good humans. Bye.